Oh, Bega, you the media, Samburian Amati. So we say homage, pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. The topic of our Dhamma talk today is very important in life. So the topic is the most important thing in life. So if I ask you, what is the most important in your life? What would you say? So many people will give different answers, but I think the correct answer is the most important thing in life is our mind. Our mind is the most important for us. And the mind is the most powerful force in the whole universe. The most powerful force in the whole universe. Now, from the teaching of the Buddha, we could understand that the mind controls all our thoughts, all our speeches, and all our actions. So that means the mind controls everyone. That means it also controls the whole world. All the people in the world is under the control of the mind. So the mind could be regarded as it rules the whole world. And actually, it is the mind that gives rise to all living beings in all the 31 planes of existence that make up our solar system. So the Buddha said there are 31 planes of existence. So all these inhabitants are produced by the mind. And then the mind also determines our fate and fortune. So even your appearance and your fortune in this life are determined by the mind. And what you say, what you thought, and what you do every day, you produce the karma. There is a special property of the mind, and that karma will produce its due effect. The good karma will produce good result, and the bad karma will produce the bad result. So we are under the control of our mind in many ways. Like psychologists, they also study the mind, and they also say the mind creates all the things on earth. That is very true. Just like we have the culture, nations, and then languages, literature, arts and science, and there's modern the technology. So all these are produced by the mind actually. So, and we can see the mind is very important. And the psychologists, they also notice that the mind can do everything. The mind can do everything. They say if you really believe you can move the mountain, do you believe it? That you can move the mountain? If you don't believe you cannot move. If you believe you can move it actually. And all our success and our failure in life depends on our mind. If you really believe that you will be rich and successful in life, you will be rich and successful. If you think you will be just an ordinary person in life, you will be an ordinary person throughout your life. No, that is also correct. No, that is also correct. Now, no, though the mind is the most powerful and the most important thing in the world, nobody knows what the mind really is. No, like psychologists and scientists, no, they don't know the mind up till now. Up till now. No, because the mind cannot be detected by any scientific instrument. So when we read Time magazine and Newsweek magazine produced by the United States, now in those medical reports, they say, no, the brain is the mind, they say. So they definitely say the brain is the mind. And the brain is just materiality. And it does not know any sense object. You can even cut the brain and it doesn't feel any pain. It doesn't feel any pain. So then we have in England, at the present time, we have Sir John Axels. So he is the most prominent neurologist at present time. And he made a very the detailed research on the structure of the mind. And he said, the mind is a computer, a sort of computer controlled by a ghost, he said. So by a ghost, I mean something that cannot be detected by scientific instruments. So actually that ghost is the mind. The mind itself, as I gave you examples yesterday, like we have lived uncountable existence already. All the experiences, all the knowledge that we learned, all are recorded in our mind. All are recorded in our mind. So there will be billions and billions of data in our mind. So from that we can also understand the mind is the greatest, the biggest supercomputer, and it also controls the brain. As a computer and computer, they are given the messages. So whatever we want to do, the brain does not get any command. It is the mind. What you want to do, then the mind will give the order, and the brain has to act. So the brain is not the mind. Just like in Buddhism, the properties of the mind are very amazing. And the Buddha said we can purify and develop the mind until it becomes very, very powerful. That we, like there are 5 types of mundane supernormal power, which are much, much more powerful than science today. And now, the Buddha, he also showed us that the mind can be developed up to part wisdom, part consciousness and fruition consciousness that can see Nibbana, and that can help us to become the noblest person who can enjoy the unique peace and happiness of Nibbana forever. Science cannot do that. Science cannot do that. Science cannot even help you not to be born in the Wupo state. And I'm a scientist because I got a doctorate degree in chemistry from the United States. So, and I have been teaching science for 36 years. And then I took I retired actually. And then I became a professor in the International Theravada Buddhist University in Yangon again. So now I've been teaching like Abhidhamma for 31 years already, for 31 years. And I have written many books on Buddhism, on Buddhism. Okay, now, as the mind is most powerful thing, how can we use the mind? In science, they know that the nuclear energy is the most powerful, and they can use nuclear energy to produce electricity, to drive the ships, the planes. They can use them, so they can use for good, for the welfare of human beings. Very, very useful. But also they use nuclear energy in atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs, and they destroy the whole earth. They have enough bombs now, they say, that can destroy all human beings in the whole earth. So, the same thing with the mind. We can use this for good purposes or for bad purposes. So, we should know how to make use of it for the welfare of ourselves and for the welfare of all the people. Now, as only the Buddha, he knew the mind. When he knew the mind, he analyzed the mind in detail. So, the Buddha is the forerunner of scientists actually. He always used analysis, analytical method, to find out every components of the mind. So the mind is a combination of consciousness and mental factors. So consciousness has the property of knowing sense objects. And there are 52 mental factors. Cô cho rồi, chat number 2 lấy chế giúp biểu bì bảo. Chat number 2. So, at least we should know about our mind, though not in detail. Some essential points we should know. There are these the 52 mental factors that associate with the mind. Now, 13 of them are neutral mental factors. So, when they are neutral, they can act in two ways, both for good and for bad. And if we can use for good, they are very, very precious for us. These mental factors, most of them actually you can understand, like Vedana, we see it's the feeling. There we have pleasant feeling, painful feeling, neutral feeling. So everybody is running after the pleasant feeling. So where we are enjoying sense pleasure, actually sense pleasure is this pleasant feeling. So it is very important, the feeling. And then sanya is perception. It acts as the memory. And cetana is volition, that produce the action. So all the actions are produced by this cetana, and karma is also the property of this cetana. So we do both good actions, bad actions, because it is the neutral, it can act both ways. And then we have the jivitendriya, that is psychic life, we say it, the life of consciousness, the life of the mind, and it also acts as our life. Because if that life is cut off, we shall die. We shall die. And then we have the ekaggata is concentration, that unites the mind and fix them on one object. So to concentrate the mind, and the mind becomes very powerful. And we say virya, effort, is virya, effort, and chanda, the wish and the will. These two, they are the keys to success in life. The key to success in life. So the Buddha said, if your effort is very strong, and you don't give up, you just keep on walking with perseverance, you will always win. You will always accomplish whatever you want to do. And the same thing with the chanda, the wish or the will. Not just like the English have the saying, no? If there is a will, there is a way. You would be familiar with it. Now, if you have the will to do something, there will be a way to accomplish it. So that means it can accomplish everything also. So these are very, very powerful. Now we have 14 immoral mental factors. Immoral means unwholesome. They are the bad ones. And from the study of the teaching of the Buddha, we come to understand the evil forces in the whole universe is these 14. These 14 mental factors. And three leaders. There are three leaders, we say. Moha is ignorance. Lobha is greed, craving or attachment. And then we have dosa, anger, evil, hatred, aversion, etc. So these three, they are the leaders. And the Buddha said, they are the causes of all evil actions in the whole world. And they are the causes of all suffering in the whole world. Now, United Nations cannot bring about world peace, though it is trying very hard. Because just like the Jawaharlal Nehru, the Indian Prime Minister, he's very, very learned. He always reminded, to solve the world problems, we should make use of the message of peace of the Buddha, he said. So, if we cannot make use of them, then you can never solve the problem. That's correct. Not just ordinary people do not know about the significance of these, we say ignorance, greed or craving, and then anger or evil. They are the root causes of all evil actions. If you cannot control them, you will never get world peace. And personally also, if you cannot control them, your life will not be peaceful. You will not enjoy good life. And then we have 25. So 25 beautiful consciousness, mental factors. So that is a very, very good the message actually. So in the universe, the good forces, they are more numerous than the evil forces, and if we can develop them, they can they eliminate these or conquer the evil forces. So it's a very, very good the information actually. So for each of us, if we can make use of them, then we will have a very peaceful and blissful life, and very useful life, we would say. And then just by doing the good things in this life, you will enjoy the blissful existences for many millions existences in the future. So it is very, very beneficial to know the teachings of the Buddha actually. These are the teachings of the Buddha are all natural truths. They are actually the we call ultimate realities that really exist in the universe. So they really exist in the universe. And no philosophers up till now know what really exists in the universe. Science do not know. I'm a scientist, I told you. So the science, they know now 92 natural elements and some artificial elements, and they are finding new one. And they can analyze the elements into atoms into electron, proton, and neutron. And also in the nucleus, there are many kinds of the the subparticles exist there. So they cannot make use of them very much yet. But now we are having like the computer science and like the electronics and also the space communication. So these are the use of this, the ultimate finding of the science. Now, the trouble is, as we do not know these good qualities and how to develop them, our mind is always under the influence of the bad mental factors. Since we were born. So when we were born, are we smiling or are we crying? If you are crying when you are born, so you cry because of that dosa, anger, we say. Because of the pain, you don't like it, then you cry. And then since we were young, if the mother didn't feed us, the breastfeed us, we cry again. So if the mother so holds up and then feeds us, oh, we like it, so we enjoy it. So that means that's greed. Greed. So this greed and anger, they arise because of the ignorance. Thinking that I exist, my mother exists, this good, the food is good. So it gives such such notion, and because of that, greed craves for these the good things. So since we were born, we were under the influence of the bad, we say immoral mental factors. And when you are growing up, do you think you become wiser or you become you become more greedy? What do you think? When you were young and when you are now growing up. So when you were young, if you get just a little doll, a beautiful doll, you are very satisfied. Nowadays, even you get a Mercedes Benz, you are not satisfied. So that your greed is much, much bigger. So now science are producing more and more the attractive the machines like the saloon cars, all these things. So that actually our greed becomes bigger and bigger. So if your greed becomes bigger, so definitely when you die, you will be born in a woeful state. Very definitely, you will be born in the woeful state. So I think that science is actually sending people to the woeful state. We think, oh, science is our savior. It also do for the good, but also for the bad, for the bad that we don't know. So now, yesterday I told you that ignorance makes up to be ignorance of the nature of our existences. So our body and mind are made up of these ultimate. So the mind is made up of these ultimate mentalities, and the body is made up of 28 types of ultimate materialities. So all these ultimate materiality, they are arising, dissolving very, very rapidly. Very strange. Even science do not know this up till now. They are rising, dissolving so quick, and the science cannot get to that level. So science do not know. Science do not know. So because of that, so our body and mind, that is our existence, has the characteristic of, yesterday we say 4 characteristics: impermanence, anicca in Pali we say, suffering, dukkha, and not self, no I, no you, not self. Very deep, this concept is very deep. And then the anatta, and then we say the repulsiveness, disgustfulness, disgusting, that is the asubha. These are the characteristics. And ignorance makes us blind, not to know them. So we cannot know them, because our mind is blinded by this ignorance. And we can know them in meditation, because in meditation we can purify our mind temporarily from this ignorance when we undertake vipassana insight meditation. So in insight meditation, we can see this ultimate mentality material arising and dissolving very rapidly. We can see. So that shows, when you purify the mind from these evil mental factors, then your mind becomes very, very powerful. No? So you can see the ultimate mentality materiality that cannot be detected by science. So that shows your mind is very, very powerful. No, more powerful than all scientific instruments. No? So what the Buddha said can be verified by our own experience. No? The Buddha, he said that, don't believe what I taught you. Only when you see by direct knowledge, by yourself, then you believe it. And that's very correct. He can say that because he is just exposing these ultimate reality that really exists. He is very sure. You can know, you can see. He is very sure. So he can say like that. He can say like that. So now, when we do not know the real nature of our existence, and is blinded by the ignorance, so we are taking the opposite characteristics to exist. Instead of impermanent, we take it ourselves to be permanent. So all of us are permanent, we think that. So throughout our life we shall be permanent, that's we think. And number two is, instead of suffering, we say it is pleasant. To enjoy sense pleasure is pleasant. Chinese noodles and hamburger, Kentucky chicken, and the Chinese movies and Korean movies. So very enjoyable. We say, life is enjoyable, that is pleasant. Instead of suffering, we take it to be pleasant. And then number three, we say, I exist, you exist. My beloved ones exist. And also my property, my wealth, exists. Well, you are insisting these exist, but when you die, nothing exists. What you possess does not belong to you, do not go with you. So what the Buddha said, we cannot deny. So in meditation, we can see all mentality, materially arising and perishing. As soon as they arise, they perish. Nothing permanent remains. No permanent thing that can be called the soul or the atta, the jiva, exists. No permanent thing. Everything exists, dissolved. So where is I? Where is this body? This body, even you look with the X-ray, you can see only skeleton. If you see with the gamma rays, you don't see anything, it passes away. So according to science also, I told you yesterday, all the nuclei of the atom that make up our body amounts to only to the head of a pin head. Just what really exists is just that, materiality, and the others are just space. Just space. So there are many levels of seeing. We should know that many levels of seeing. So like in in meditation, like in this center, power center. We give you meditation. So to develop the jhana. Chapter number 1 So when you get the jhana, your mind can remain focused on one subject for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So if you practice very well, you can remain in the jhana state for 7 days at a time without eating, without drinking, without going to the toilet. So you are very blissful with the jhana. We say it is the highest mundane bliss, much higher than sensual pleasure. Than like watching the Chinese movie, you get better experience from that by enjoying the jhana, the jhana. So these are the jhana chaita we say. It's a higher jhana chaita, And finally, we say it's a supramundane consciousness that can be aware of Nibbana. And if we can develop up to that stage, we will become noble persons. Real noble persons, no, much nobler than the ordinary person, and you can enjoy the Nibbana bliss right away from this existence. So only in Buddhism, there is the teaching like that. Our final goal, highest goal is Nibbana. And Nibbana can be realized in this life, if you try hard. And when the Buddha said, Nibbana is eternal peace and unique bliss, now when you can realize Nibbana, see Nibbana, you can enjoy that Nibbana bliss right away. So now, what we should do? We say now, we take the sense object to be the very beautiful, to be objects, really exist. Like I exist, you exist, and the same thing we think that, actors and actresses, they really exist. They are real person. And then we also take them to be very beautiful. So, when beautiful sense object come in contact with your mind, it produces pleasant feeling. And we enjoy it with that greed-rooted consciousness. We say this greed-rooted consciousness. And greed is, it's very fond of this pleasant feeling. As soon as pleasant feeling arises. And also when we enjoy it, we say piti. Piti is joy. Joy, and then there's the greed-rooted consciousness. It gets the gratification by enjoying. Its desire is momentarily satisfied, so we like the sensual pleasure. We like sensual pleasure. But we don't know that these pleasant feelings, as soon as it arises, they dissolve. As soon as it arises, they dissolve. We don't know that. So the Buddha said they are not real happiness. The sense enjoyment is not real, not real happiness. The Buddha called it suffering. So the Buddha said there are 3 types of suffering. And we should know about that also. The prominent suffering, like mental pain, bodily pain. So nobody can deny their suffering. And then the Buddha said, that is dukkha. Dukkha, the Buddha said, real suffering. And then he said, the second one is viprinama dukkha, he called it. So as soon as the condition changes, that joy or happiness also changes. For example, we say family happiness. So when we have the family members are together, so everybody is healthy and doing fine in their work, so we enjoy, we are very happy. But as soon as one of them get like accident and taken to the hospital, and we don't know whether he would die or live, then all the people are very, very unhappy. Just to give you an example, I am president of the International Theta or the Forest Meditation Center in Yangon. So at one time I was in our the meditation center in Yangon. We have the 2 meditation center now. So I am in the office there. So the embassy man with his wife, he came. So the man used to meditate, so he went direct to the meditation hall to undertake the meditation. But the wives, she sat in the office, just in front of me, on a chair. So and usually she would look their legs like that, and then drinking smoking the cigarette. So I persuaded her, Madam, why you are in this center? Why don't you enjoy your husband in meditation? So she said, no, I don't need meditation. Only unhappy people need meditation. So, so I'm all right. He said, everything is okay with me. I have his son in the New York, and he is attending the engineering University College. He is also doing well. I have nothing to worry, he said. Just at that time, the telephone rang. So I went to answer it. So when I came back, so now with very the grim face and sad face, I watch at her, Madam, I'm sorry to tell you the bad news. Your embassy just informed us that your son had a car accident now. He is very badly wounded and is taken to the hospital, and they will tell the situation later on. So now she broke down immediately. What did you say? What happened to my son? How's the wound there? So and then I tried to smile. Please excuse me. I just make up the story. I said, your son is okay there. So like in life, such thing can happen at any time. Now, as soon as it happened like that, now you're not happy anymore. So if you undertake meditation, if something like that happen, you can face very peacefully, very peacefully with good thoughts. So that's why I advise you to undertake meditation. Okay, next time I will tell you. So you can understand vibrinama dukkha. No? So these sense enjoyments, they are just vibrinama dukkha. No? So while you are enjoying, then they finish. Then you are attached to it. Oh, I have to watch the continuation next day. So you have to reserve the time for watching. So actually, while you're watching, you're sitting for 1 hour, 2 hours. Only after that you get very painful. So when you cannot watch, then you feel very, very sad. So that is we call it the suffering due to change of condition. And the third thing is the Buddha calls it sankhara dukkha. That is the intrinsic suffering. These mentality, materiality, as they arise and dissolve very rapidly. So to be tortured by the incessant dissolution of this mentality, materiality that we love as our body, really amounts to suffering. So you can see in meditation, all your the body, mentality, material, they are dissolving. Just like a big, the fire is so burning down all the thing. So, you will not be very happy when you can see your body disintegrating like that. So that we call is the intrinsic, the suffering that nobody can deny. And that's why the Buddha said, whatever existence we have, it is only suffering. All existence are suffering. So we think, those Brahma, they enjoy the jhana bliss all their life. They can live for 500 war cycles, 1,000 war cycles, very long life. And they don't need to cook or to work because they are just enjoying with the jhana bliss. They don't have to eat. They don't need to eat. So they feel that pleasant feeling all the time. So, but when they know they are about to die, then they are very, very sad. And they very scared also, because they have to pass away from this existence. So, even you become the Brahma, when you die from the Brahma realm, you can be born as a human being again. And in the human being, if you don't know the teaching of the Buddha, and you associate with your friends, so just enjoying sense pleasure, when you die, you will be born in a woeful state again. So the Buddha said, even the Brahma existence is not satisfactory, not safe. You can be born in a woeful state again. So, where is the safe place? Only Nibbana. Only Nibbana is the safe place. Because no mentality, no materiality. No mentality, no materiality in Nibbana. only peace, and the happiness there. So there, we shall never die when we are in Nibbana. So we don't need to eat anything because nobody. So now, as because of we are blinded by these, the immoral mental factors. So we think that the enjoying sense pleasure is the best thing in life. The best thing in life, very important in life. So we are walking. What for? To get more money. And what for that money? Just to enjoy this sense pleasure. Not to get better car, better house, better television, and to enjoy all these. So if you enjoy more, you don't know that your greed become bigger and bigger. So, the Buddha said, the greed, you can gratify it just momentarily, by just, the getting what it wish. What it wish, you just, to watch the movie, you watch it, just momentary. And as soon as one desire is not satisfied, it will desire another one again. So the greed, it never gives away. It's the characteristic of desiring, craving. The more you get, the more it gets, the more it will crave for. So that means the Buddha said, even the whole world on earth cannot satisfy the greed. It will always wants to get more and more. And that's why, just like you put more fuel to the fire become bigger. The same thing, the more in the sensual pleasure that you enjoy, you will get the greater desire to enjoy. And ordinary one would not do. You have to go to the best one, like the best hotel, the best entertainment. So even that very, you get fed up again. Just like the American university student came to our meditation center. Now when he got developed, even not the jhana yet. So before you get the jhana, so when you are undertaking meditation, we say the jhana factors are slowly developed. So they are the 5 mental factors, jhana factors. We call them like here, you can see clearly here is vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata. Piti is joy. Sukha is pleasant feeling that we call happiness. And ekaggata is concentration, that concentrate the mind, unites and concentrate the mind. So as they become stronger and stronger, you get greater joy and greater the bliss and also greater concentration. And at one stage, the joy is so strong that you feel that your body disappear. And then you feel that you are lifted up, floating in the sky. So if you take meditation, you can get to that state, but the joy is very, very good. So he reported to the teacher. The teacher, I'm floating in the air, in the sky, he said. Very, very good feeling. Don't enjoy it, the teacher said. Don't enjoy it. Try to undertake your meditation. You will experience better bliss later. But every day he reported, teacher, I'm still floating in the sky, he said. So the teacher told him, don't be contented with that. Try to meditate. But teacher, I am already contented, he said. So why, the teacher asked him? Well, in our American university, we are free to enjoy all sorts of sensual pleasure. And finally, all these sense pleasure became fed up. We became fed up. And then we tried to find new excitement. And we started to use the intoxicating drug. So for myself, I dare not use the heroin, he said. But I used the my one, lysergic acid, 2 times, he said. And when we took the drug, we felt that our body is lifted up, like here. And all our bodies disappear. So we feel very happy with that. But teacher, the drugs are very expensive. we students cannot afford it. I can try only 2 times, he said. And we dare not try anymore because we know every time more we shall be addicted. Why? Once you are addicted, no way back, no way back. But this now here, teacher, it is better than that experience, and no bad side effect, and no money to spend. I'm very satisfied, he said. I will go back to the United States and teach my friends. So, about this sensual pleasure, so it actually, it fascinates all of us. Even like the King Solomon, the king of Israel, 3,000 years ago. So he declared to his the citizens, now, there is no better thing. And there's nothing that is better than sensual pleasure under the sun, he said. Under the sun. Sensual pleasure is the best. So drink wine and dance with your spouses and enjoy sense pleasure, he said. So, and then several years ago, I found in the newspaper that the average American, they watch television 7 hours a day. 7 hours a day is 1/3 of their life. So, by watching the television, enjoying the sense of pleasure, we get only the momentary satisfaction. We say the sense, the pleasure is fleeting, elusive, transient. As soon as it arises, it flies away. And then it brings the suffering. It brings suffering. And we enjoy sense pleasure with immoral minds. And that is the main thing. We enjoy with immoral minds. That is with greed, the anger and the ignorance. And the Buddha said these three are the hottest fires in the world. The hottest fires in the world. For example, in Shakespeare's play, he described the two youngsters, very, the lovely the youngster, Romeo and Juliet. So they fell in love, and they said, "Oh, love is a many splendid thing," they say. But their parents do not agree to their love, so they were separated. So when they were separated, they felt very, very sad and unhappy, and they have that the painful feeling. They cannot endure anymore. Both of them committed suicide. So that shows that this greed, anger, ignorance, they are the hottest fires. The hottest fires. So even Americans. Recently, I could see in the Time magazine, 1 in 4 Americans suffer the what do you call it? Or the mental illness. So mental disorder. 1 in 4 of them are have mental disorder and have to undertake the medical treatment. So if you have the mental illness or mental disorder, mental diseases like that, how can you be happy anymore? So, and just like for example, the famous rock and roll star, the Elvis Presley. So when I was studying in the United States, he was very popular at that time. The rock and roll, the singer. So he got many money, and he produced his own records. And later he became a movie star, and he also became a movie, the director and movie producer. He had so much money that he could not keep his money in the bank or something like that. He even quoted his saloon car, his saloon car, it's American saloon car, So with gold, he played that the guy with gold, like that. And he was wanted dead and alive by the teenage girls, dead and alive. So he could not go out during the daytime. They say only at the night time he could go out. So popular and so successful. And we should think he should be very happy. But when we heard that he died very young, taking the sleeping pills, overdose of sleeping pills, and he died. He died. So, what is the result of sense pleasure? So nothing actually. And also, like the Rock Hudson, very the handsome, the Hollywood star, very popular with the women. He announced to the world, "I now suffer from AIDS," he said. So what happened? Like our Buddha, in his first sermon, we call the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, that this goes stand in the way of the Dhamma. So there he said, this sense pleasure, is low. It is low, it's mean. And then it is the unholy, and it does not produce any benefit, unprofitable. No knowledge, no wisdom, you attain it. And just by enjoying this sense pleasure, when you die, you will go to the woeful state. So that is one extreme, the Buddha, he said. And another extreme is self-mortification. So some people, they practice some meditation that is very painful. Painful, not just like the sleeping on thorns, or roasted their body with four fires surrounding them, and with the noon sun above. So they try not to heat their body. They think by just heating and roasting the body like that, all those greed and defilements will be eliminated, they thought. So the Buddha said, such the practice is just painful and ignoble, not noble, and then unprofitable. No profit, no benefit. And also they have to go to they will have to go to the woeful state when they die. Now the Buddha said, the getting away from these two extremes, he found the middle way, he said. And this middle way produced vision, produced knowledge, and produced peace, and produced higher knowledge, he said. And it can also produce the highest wisdom that can realize Nibbana. So he thought that's eightfold, that middle road is the eightfold noble path. And that is the only path, the eightfold noble path is the only path that leads to Nibbana, So that is his main teaching throughout the 45 years that he had been teaching as a Buddha. The main teaching is this eightfold noble path. So eightfold noble path can be classified into three trainings: the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of wisdom. So in Buddhism, these three, like morality, sila, concentration, samadhi, and wisdom, panya, they are developed to the highest state. No other teacher can teach like the Buddha. They are the highest. So Buddhism is based on the morality. And morality is the foundation of the higher state. And morality is the beginning of all profitable things, the Buddha said. We have to begin with morality. Actually, morality is not the noblest meritorious deed, the Buddha said. Because based on that, you have to build up the higher structure of concentration and then wisdom. So without the foundation, you cannot build up the higher structure. And because of that, this the morality is regarded as the most important thing, and the most precious thing, this nobility, sila. So we should be very careful about this thing. So not to make use of our mind for the best result for us would be to undertake this Eightfold Noble Path, to follow the Eightfold Noble Path, because it will develop the mind to the highest state. And we will enjoy the highest bliss in this very life if we try very hard. And nothing to lose by undertaking this. So the Buddha said, this path is a perfect path. A perfect path, he said. So there is no pain, no grief, no groaning, no moaning. It is a perfect path, he said. And it is the only path that leads to the mental purity, to the overcoming of the sorrow and lamentation, to the end of the pain and grief, and to the realization of Nibbana, and to the enjoyment of eternal peace and happiness forever. So the best thing in life. So with this, the most powerful mind, we can attain this. So tonight I'd like to tell you about this Threefold Noble Training, so that you can develop your mind in this way, and nothing to lose in this. From the beginning, it's very, very peaceful and very blissful, very beneficial. So for lay person, the Buddha prescribed the 5 moral precepts. So it is included as 3 path factors. Samavacha, the right speech. Samakamanta, the right action. And Samaajiva, the right livelihood. These are 3 path factors. Among the 8 path factors, 3 path factors constitute the training of morality. And this morality, just by observing Pancha Sila, 5 precepts, we can accomplish it. So we should know that when we say the right speech, you should abstain from the wrong speech. The wrong speech are 4 things. False speech, that we say lying, and slandering. Slandering is also backbiting. Talking ill of other people at their back. So you try to slander so that the friendly person break up. That we call slandering. And using abusive language, and then like scoring, the shouting, all this, and then gossiping, frivolous talk, they call it. So we should abstain from these 4. So any one of them, even this gossiping, if you enjoy the gossiping, the Buddha said you can be born in the woeful state. So any one of them can send you to the woeful state. And as the Buddha knew that, he said you should abstain from these 4 wrong speeches. And for the right action, you have to abstain from 3 evil bodily actions. Killing any living being. We should not kill any living being, even the mosquito that bites us, we should not kill. Like the ant and the bugs, right? You should not kill. You should not kill. And then, so we should abstain from stealing other people's property, and then also the misuse of the senses. So this misuse of the senses, actually it includes to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs. It's included here. And like the sexual misconduct is also included in these 3. So we should abstain from them. And then if we abstain from these 7, the evil actions, We also abstain from the three mental evil actions. So the Buddha said covetousness, plotting, planning to get other people's property illegally. How to cheat them, how to how to steal them, so you're plotting like that. And then another one is evil. No, evil is plotting, how to destroy the other's life and property. Not just like you have many mosquitoes, how to kill them. so so that there is plotting like that. And the worst one is the wrong view. The wrong view is the worst one, remember. No, the wrong view, that is, no, you don't understand karma in result, then you don't believe in that. So if you don't abide by the karma in the result, you don't, you understand it, you don't abide by it, you are having the wrong view. So this